No, you don't need to worry about APE. You can stop that one. Well, I guess you can. Whatever. All right.
I'm coming.
What up, guys? Good morning. We are live.
Hello.
Shane's going to be coming up here in just a little bit, so we're excited to have him in the studio. We're about 20 seconds away from getting into our Ghosted this morning. That's going to be good. We've been talking about all sorts of crazy stuff. Man, listen, if you want to make $3,000, apparently there's an easy way to do it on TikTok. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about, we'll talk about some interesting med questions with Shane. So today's going to be fun. Hang out with us. Hit us up with where you're watching, too, by the way. Dex and Barbie, T 95.1 WAPE, Jacksonville's #1 hit music station. It is time to get into our Ghosted. So this girl, Jerry Lynn, she's out of Kingsland, Georgia, and she reached out to the show. She listens up there.
Yes, she does.
And she wanted to try to get some answers. She went on this date. She met the guy on Tinder.
Yeah, she said she enjoyed the conversation. Everything was great. And then after that date, she got ghosted.
Right. And so now we called Brian up. Brian, thank you very much for agreeing to come on here. We just want to know kind of what happened. Jerry Lynn's on the phone. She just wants to know why you ghosted her. She can hear you. Go ahead.
Honestly, it's that ridiculous accent. It's obnoxious. I mean, she like turns it up so much that it's grating. Like she's trying to be cute and she's trying to be charming, and it's off-putting to say the least. It's really
Excuse
obnoxious.
me, everybody has an accent. That's bull.
Everybody has an accent. Yeah, but you use yours to try to be more than what you are. Just be yourself. You're trying to be this like cartoon character, and it's ridiculous.
He's asking me to be myself by changing my voice. Are y'all
just the way
hearing
you were
this?
dressed and the way you looked, and you were trying to, I don't know, just be in a country video or something. I was like, well, who are you what are you trying to pull off?
She's too much of a Southern belle? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but not. I like Southern Belles. I've dated Southern Belles. This was a.
No, he's saying I'm a
crap.
dumbass
It's ridiculous.
redneck hoochie mama.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Who says hoochie mama? What is that? What are you, 12? Hoochie mama? Who says
Well, you
that?
obviously have heard it before. You know what it means.
No, it's literally like being trapped in an episode of Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh,
Every time I
gosh.
spoke to her, the accent just got on my nerves, and I just tried to look at her face and not the words coming out, but she's like, yeehaw, and cornbread and baby goats, y'all, and it's like I wanted to leave.
He said, yeehaw, baby goats, cornbread. Oh, right.
Stop, Brian.
She's
That's
not
not.
that country.
Did
No.
not say yeehaw.
No.
That is ridiculous.
Listen, I'm used to it. I live here, okay? I'm used to it.
I'm just saying you might want to get over it because, like, girl, everybody down here has an accent. Like, maybe mine's a little thicker than what you're used to, but, like, if accents bother you that much, you're going to have a problem getting laid, man.
I don't know how you ever would get a date. I know why you're on Tinder and desperate, because I don't even know how you get a job with that accent.
Oh, my
It's so
God. He's
obnoxious.
been such a
She is really not that country. I've heard worse. Trust me. You
No,
live in
but
the
you don't
South, though.
understand.
Like, what do you
On the
expect?
date, she sounded so stupid on the date. She sounded like she learned to speak from one of those baby goats she was talking about. So dumb.
Okay.
I feel like I'm talking to a completely different person than I have been talking to for the last week, y'all. I mean, he's clearly not the gentleman I thought he was, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to say no city boys on my Tinder bio from now on. I mean, this is to talk to a woman like that, first of all, I'm in shock right now. I feel bad for giving him this platform to even, like, spew this hate on your show. I'm sorry that I brought
Stop
him
trying
on.
so hard. Stop trying so hard. Just be
Okay,
yourself.
I'll stop trying so hard, and you stop being such a
Okay, y'all. We're fun baby goats to play
Jeez,
with.
you guys are so crazy.
Brian, I feel like you've been a little harsh. I agree with Jerry Lynn. I mean, like, I understand if you're not interested in the girl, but man, this is a little over the top, don't you think, about the country thing?
Anybody who has this kind of accent, who talks like this with that much of a Southern twang, just sounds ridiculous. It sounds so stupid, and they need to stop. They need to actually stop trying to put on such a front of being so Southern and try. It's annoying, and it needs to stop.
So
Gosh.
So what you're saying is that people who have a Southern accent are faking it.
They're absolutely faking it. It's totally a fake thing. It's like, I'm going to try to be too charming or over charming by, hi, y'all. I don't find it genuine one bit.
Okay.
Well.
Your thoughts? I saw Brian's comment on Facebook Live. We're on the WAPE Facebook page, and he says it doesn't even sound like she has that bad of an accent. I mean, it's there, though.
Oh, yeah, it's
It's there.
Constance said, go to New York, bruh.
What are your thoughts? Hit us up, 833-685-9595. Have you ever had someone start hating on you? I remember I worked in New York for a little bit, and I don't feel like I have an accent at all, but they would say that. Hey, man, you're Southern as all get out. Like, whoa.
I think there's certain words that I say that sound Southern. Somebody said, "Oh, she's country." I said, "What? What?"
Hit us up, 833-685-9595. We'll take your calls. Shane from the Aquarian Clinic is in. We're going to talk to him for Ask a Med Pro. That's going to be coming up next. What up, Jackie Lee? Jackie Lee. How do we know you? She said, "Remember me?" I'm trying to remember. Good morning, Dr. Marie.
Yeah, girl, what's up?
Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Barbie T. Oh, excuse me, I hiccuped.
I was about to say, do you not remember Barbie's name? What is going on here?
No, I hiccuped. It's been a long night.
Oh, okay.
I just got off work.
Right on. What are your thoughts? Shannon just said that she loves the girl's accent. Love your look today, Barbie T.
Thank you.
Marie,
Yes,
what are your thoughts?
I have been in South Carolina for 20 plus years, and you can still tell that I was not born here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
If he has a problem with accents, for real, he need to leave. He need to go back to wherever he came from. It sounds like he came from up under a rock because he is dumb.
When it comes to you moving down here, have you ever had somebody say anything about your accent or anything like that?
Yeah, people that just meet me always ask me where I'm from because they can tell from how I speak that I'm not from here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've been here 20 years, over 20 plus years.
Okay, so real quick, since I do have Shane in here, do you have any questions for Shane? Or are you gonna, or do you want me to have you call back?
No, I got a question for Shane.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what would cause
for him.
an adult to have chronic ear infection?
Ear infections?
Yes.
So how often are you getting those, Constance?
No, this is Marie, Dr. Marie.
Oh, sorry.
It's not me. It's a friend of mine,
Oh.
and she gets an ear infection like at least once a month or so.
Huh. Interesting. So what I would
She doesn't
recommend,
smoke.
is she getting seen by chance or no? Like
No.
by primary, by ENT, by anybody really? No.
Nah,
Have her
or stuff like that.
anything that happens with any type of regularity or any type of I can predict that. Get it checked out. I know it's a pain to go get checked out, but I mean, I just want to keep her safe and make sure that we keep her hearing intact and make sure she doesn't need anything else.
But if she's constantly
Yeah.
getting those ear infections, I mean, what are some of the things that it could be?
So that's a great question, is that it could be a lot of different things. I mean, especially in adults getting these, it just doesn't sit well with me, honestly. So
Yeah, she don't smoke or nothing like that.
Great question.
I mean,
yeah. So if that's the case, then there could be something going on inside of the structure of her ear, right? There could be something in the way. There could be, without seeing it, I can only really assume,
Okay.
Get her checked out. But if she has any questions, she can call me.
Boom.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Marie.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Hey, I'm going to probably need you to go into the producer studio because the camera's not working. So we're going to have you go in with Ian and hang out on his chair and use that mic.
That sounds good. I'll keep him company. He looks lonely anyway.
Hey, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Stacy. I'm calling from, I'm from Palaco, I guess.
All right.
Now.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Morning. Well, I just moved down here from northern Kentucky. I always worked in Cincinnati, so I don't have the accent. But the way that girl talked is the way 70-80% of the state of Kentucky talks. So I was thinking this guy would never make it in that state, dating anybody.
Right. Well, and granted, I mean, they're from Kingsland, Georgia, but I mean, I still feel like there's going to be more, country accents.
Yeah, a lot more down here than up wherever he's from.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty rude.
Did you whenever you moved down here, did anybody ever have any issues with your accent, or do you feel like you ever? Yeah, because I don't hear any accent on you or anything like that. But do you feel like anybody ever caught any accent on you?
No.
Good.
No.
Good. Thank you for your call.
Sure.
Zenny, round here, we talk all kinds of ways. Yeah, that's right. Why did I read it like that?
Because that's how you read it.
Let's see.
Jackie, yeah, I remember you, Jackie. You and your daughter Zola used to watch.
Right on. Well, now you got to keep watching us over here.
That's right.
There we go.
Tell Zola
All
I
right.
said, "Hey, girl."
And then let me see. I'm trying to get Shane on here. Stand by. 3-shot. Is that it? Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, you're going to look great. Oh, wait. Barbie's going to have to be changed a little bit. Stand by. And then we'll be good. Barbie's got her whole Barbie outfit decked out. She's ready for the Barbie movie.
Yeah, I am. And I love this convertible because I used to have this convertible.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I always wanted a Power Wheel, but my parents said that we were too poor.
See it.
There we go. All right.
Power wheels were life.
There we go. I think I got you in here, and let's go ahead and take that shot. Boom. Yeah, that's going to look great. Boom. And 3 shots.
I had a,
Nope, that's not it.
my Power Wheel.
Do what now?
But I wish I had a picture of me as a kid in my Power Wheel.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
Right?
Stand by. There he is. Shane,
Good
welcome
morning.
back. How's it going, man?
I'm doing amazing. You guys doing all right?
Good.
Good, dude. Love it.
What do you think of the new setup in there, by the way?
This is nice.
Right?
Come on, Dex. This is nice.
Um,
are you designing this or just Barbie?
Ashley Furniture, actually.
Ashley Furniture designed this.
So, and
Good for them.
we'll show you guys here in just a little bit. But Ian's has a separate room where he works out of for our producer room, and Ashley Furniture. Since there was some space, we're making it into like a little podcast area, and we can do like interviews and artist interviews and all of that kind of stuff. And so Ashley Furniture came in and they said, "Yeah, we're going to help you out, and we're going to deck it all out." And so we got the Celsius fridge in there. We got
Nice
all of that kind of
touch. Nice
stuff.
touch.
Yeah.
Nice
And
touch.
the lighting doesn't look as good for where you're at right now, but like over there in the
make it work.
podcast area looks
It
pretty
does.
awesome.
I really like that, like low key LED ambiance movement.
Right.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it a lot, actually.
All right, so folks, as we get into the comments, what's up, Jeff?
I need an interview. Ha, Zenny. Yes.
Good morning, everybody.
So,
Love it.
Tanya, you're going to go see it Saturday. I'm going to see it tonight for the premiere.
Are you really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Questions for Shane whenever it
Yes.
comes to medical questions. If you're on here, if you don't know how this works, if you have any kind of medical questions or anything along that lines, we always ask you to, consult a physician, but, like he can at least, kind of point you in some kind of direction, but always consult your medical professional whenever it comes to this. But what are your questions? We do have a girl. Hey, Ian, do you have that call? No?
I do.
Oh, okay, good. It's safe?
It's not fully done.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Let's see. Man, Facebook doesn't even notify me of lives anymore. I know. It's kind of tough. We got to figure out, you know what would be good? Would anybody like a special way where we could text you if the live is on?
Yeah.
Like that might be a cool way.
That'd be a good
That
idea.
would be cool.
Right?
Yeah.
But, we
Agreed.
can do that, I think.
I was thinking about because that's the other thing is I don't like.
We had to. Did you sign up for that text thing that?
Yeah, we
they
got a
sent
new
out?
texting service.
So I think we can do that.
Yeah. Well, if anything, I'll just do a group text, and then we'll just have, or we can do the group. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Ian.
Yeah, if you aren't in the Dex and Barbie T Facebook group, look it up.
Mhm.
What's the name?
The Dex and Barbie T. Gosh, what is it? Please text a link. Oh yeah, that would be a good idea too.
Yeah.
Oh, link, yeah.
That would be awesome. Okay.
The less work
The
we
Dex
have
and
to
Barbie
do, the better,
T
Dex.
fan.
All right, deal?
That's what it's called.
I like that. All right. Yeah, asked to be a part of that too, but we'll definitely go ahead. And I think we can actually start going live on that page as well. So we're going to try to get it all set up so you guys can do that. our first question is going to be kind of crazy. And then we're also going to do, so if you didn't know, Maury Povich has his own DNA test kit. And so
the results are in.
That's right. And since Shane is in today, we're going to kind of play our own version of Maury Povich.
Thank you.
And are they the father? So we're going to play a little clip.
Oh, yes.
From the show.
Perfect.
And we've already
Good,
done all of
thank
that
you.
kind of stuff. And so you can actually kind of guess along with us. All right. Let's see. I've been on antibiotics for a bit. 3 weeks. Oh, wow. Shane?
Yes, sir.
Got a question for you from Tanya.
All right.
Take a look at that and
I
then
got you back.
see how that looks. I'm going to go ahead and pop this other thing on.
Of
here.
course.
Yeah, I can't say that word. Clindamycin.
Clindamycin?
Is
I
that
think
it?
mine's a little lagged, maybe.
Tanya says, I've been on an antibiotic for a bit, clindamycin, I guess.
See that question
3
by
weeks,
chance?
got referred to ER, nose and throat.
Yeah,
It's for a
mine's
sinus
laggy.
infection. I don't know if it's for my implants, but I take a probiotic. Is it enough?
Ian's reading it to him right now.
Oh, yeah, they can't hear me.
Oh,
I
that's
really like that you're taking a probiotic. That's great. Because the thing about any antibiotic is that it doesn't pick the good and the bad bacteria, so it wipes out the gut as well. So that's a great thing. And so it's hard to really say what's causing the infection, and that antibiotic is a good choice for like an ear, nose, and throat type of thing. So I hope you're feeling better. Is that like implants as far as like your teeth implants, or is that what kind of implants are we talking about here?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Or like teeth implants? It just depends, right?
Let's see.
But
I'm
it could be.
guessing ear? Well, I don't know. Did she say ear?
Mm-hmm.
It's ear, nose, and throat. So, I mean, if it's implants, I'm guessing.
Teeth implants.
implants. Yep.
Oh, what?
Dude, and those can get expensive, right?
They're 36,000 on like average for like implants.
Unless you go
You know
to
that, right? They're
Colombia
very, very
or you go
expensive.
to a different country and get it done.
Yo, and that's another thing that like literally it just came out, by the way, is
Mexico.
like people going to Colombia and Mexico and all of that kind of stuff whenever it comes to their
It's
implants.
called medical tourism, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you can't blame them because everything is so expensive nowadays, right?
Right.
You know, like healthcare is expensive, surgery, cosmetics, everything here is like 5 times more expensive than there. You know what I'm saying? So there's a need for it, but I always recommend like being safe and being prudent and like doing your research. Just don't go because it's cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and here's the one thing I'll say before we get in. And Ian,
Sure.
I sent you a message. Okay, good. So one thing I will say about, Shane, and, this is just like a free plug for you, man. But,
Thanks, man. Love you.
they have this thing called the Aquarian Clinic. And so that's kind of how we ended up getting hooked up and talking, is that with the clinic, it's no insurance. The way they work is that it's a monthly plan. It's like the Netflix of doctors, right? And so you can go in whenever you want to go in, schedule an appointment, all that kind of stuff. But the thing that really blew me away is that you have something where you can look up different kinds of procedures. So if you have to do something that you can't do there, like for me, I ended up having that polyp. If anybody's been following the show for a long time, it was in my nose. They had to do a CT scan. And how much was the CT scan for me?
It's like thousands of dollars, like
Yeah.
3,000.
I was shook. It was the scan itself was some insane amount, like $5,000, but like my copay with insurance was like $1,600.
That's a problem, right?
Right. And then when you looked up that same CT scan,
Yeah.
it was like 180
Roughly, yeah.
total.
Yeah.
Like that's not my copay or anything.
No, that's just cash pay, right?
How the hell does that work, right?
That's crazy.
It's the whole complex insurance game, man. That's the whole thing. It's just a complex thing with contracts and negotiations, So
It's wild to
we
me.
just bypass it. That's all we do, man.
Right. Well, so do they have something like that for dental stuff? Because I'll see these billboards, and the billboards will say something like, dental implants for $999.
started.
Yeah, that might just be like one tooth, or that might just be the consultation. So you'll have to, So you
That's
might
bait and switch.
Yeah. Not really. They didn't specify what the $900 covered, right?
But there is an implant. You get one.
Technically,
Oh man.
Or, I mean, that's marketing. I mean, you just got to be careful with those guys, So there's no hidden cost over here with us. I mean, what you see is kind of what you get.
Right.
And,
my girlfriend is having burning pains in her stomach that happens during the nighttime and lasts for about 5 hours, causes nausea, vomiting. What could this be?
She's pregnant.
how long has that been going on? Yeah, that sounds painful. How long has that been going on?
Yeah, good question. Hang on. Dex and Barbie T, 95.1 WAPE, Jacksonville's #1 hit music station. All right, so Shane from the Aquarian Clinic is in this morning. Shane, good morning. Welcome to the show. Can you hear us? I think he can hear us. Shane?
Oh, he doesn't have on headphones.
Oh, yeah, put his headphones on. There you go. That probably help. All right, so Shane is on. We're on Facebook Live. He's been answering some of these questions on Facebook Live, and we have been taking some of your calls, 833-685-9595. If you have any questions, keep in mind we always ask you to go see a medical professional.
Absolutely.
Anyways, all right? Shane, so our first question this morning, take a listen to this and see what your thoughts are whenever it comes to, I guess this is hair? Go ahead.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
So my mom tells me that I shouldn't be shaving or waxing or anything down there because it's going to cause like boils and ingrown hairs and just infections. So this has been kind of like an issue for me because obviously I'm dating and it's been a topic of discussion. So I just want to know if this is true or not. I've never actually done anything down there. So I just want to know what the consequences are of taking care of the hair down there.
Okay. So that's your question.
Yeah.
Shane, whenever it comes down to shape, could you get something like that? Like, what are your thoughts? Is this real?
This is a real thing. You can definitely have those ingrown hairs, and those can turn into a really bad infection, or you might know it as a boil. So it's always good to have great hygiene, and as well as to when you're cutting yourself down there, it's just to ensure you're not cutting against the grain. That's
go with the grain.
Thing.
I've always heard you're supposed to go with the grain. Don't go against
with
the grain.
the grain. Yes, yeah, exactly.
And if she's not, I just from a woman to woman, if you are not used to shaving, I would recommend just going to the professionals and getting a wax.
I agree.
Shout out to the Wax Strip. They're great. They got great deals. But I would definitely go and get a wax instead of trying to do it myself, because if you don't know what you're doing, you could definitely end up with an infection.
Let the professionals do it.
And I'll tell you this, not to scare this girl anymore, because, man, that's crazy. She's never done anything like that ever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, like, I've heard people who have boils, and then next thing you know, it can get so bad that it can turn into, can be septic.
You can literally die. I mean, it's a very dramatic thing, right? But you can literally die of any type of infection, right? That's sepsis. I mean, that's when the bacteria win, really.
Right.
And that can cause you to die from low blood pressure, from all the different things that's happening. So
I almost died from it.
Yeah.
Right, I remember.
Yeah, man, we're happy you're here.
Right, because I had like a boil, and listen, I keep myself clean.
Where was it? Where was your boil?
No doubt.
I don't want to talk about where it was.
Well, tell us. We want to know.
Okay, it was on my ass.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, where at? Was it like
right there,
at the
like
top?
I mean, talk about
the booty
men,
cheek?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
men not wanting to go to the doctor, right? You're a prime
crevice.
example.
Well, the thing is that I didn't know.
okay.
I didn't know you could get that, right? And so next thing you know, like I started getting flu-like symptoms, right?
Yeah,
and I started
chills,
getting like,
night sweats.
chills, and I was like, gosh, man, I'm
That's why I
dying.
ask all the time.
Right. Well, I thought I was just getting the flu. Right? I thought it was just the
that's
flu.
fair. That's fair.
Next thing
you
you
didn't
know,
feel the bump?
well, yeah, I felt a bump, but I didn't know that could cause me to have like that kind of symptoms.
Yeah,
right?
because we get them
You know
all
what
the
I mean?
time, right?
Yeah, it hurt. Every time I sat down, I was like, damn.
Oh,
right?
gosh.
And so finally I was like, that's it. I'm going to the doctor. You know, I went to urgent care. And next thing you know, they're like, we're so happy that you came in because literally you were 2 hours away. If you would have waited 2 more hours,
dying?
I'd be dead because I went septic. And so it was in my blood. So they started pumping me with all sorts of IVs. Like, what do you do for that, right?
Yeah, so our prime goal here is to protect your brain and body. And what we do is we fight the infection with these heavy hitter antibiotics like vancomycin and all those great ones. And then we pump you full of fluids because
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, a lot of fluids. I mean, you're gonna be peeing a lot, but it's for a good reason.
Yeah,
it's to save
Flush
your
it
life.
out.
And then they cut me. They rushed me into surgery and they cut
your
yeah.
boil.
Yeah, right on the butt.
That's how I often treat
you
those
tell them-
guys. It's called a incision and drainage, right? So,
Right.
so we cut the area and then we pull out all the gunk.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. But
Sorry.
we get
Did
y'all
that
numbed
sting?
up, so don't worry.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's often a smell.
Were you awake?
Yeah, I was awake
Did you
because they
see
numbed it
it?
up. Yeah, they numbed it up.
Did you see it?
No,
Like-
it was on my butt.
I mean,
they didn't
you
give me a
get that-
mirror.
You should have told him to record it
Why?
so you could see your.
No, I don't, that's
And
something
text
I
it to
want
you,
to. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I'm not into the pimple popper stuff. Let's take a look at traffic. If you have any questions for Shane, 833-685-9595. Oh, yeah, man. I'll never forget that. That was awful. Oh, man.
Poor guy.
I know.
Poor
right?
guy. That just hurt me, man.
Yeah.
That just
Well, it hurt
me.
every time I sat down. And so, like, I didn't know that would cause. I don't know. Maybe someone told me, like, maybe the girl that I was seeing at the time, or someone said, oh, you need to go to the doctor, And next thing you know, yeah.
But we don't go.
Right.
We don't go.
Exactly.
We don't go.
So, either way, what are your questions? Oh, yeah. So, Jeff was on there and he did say that his girl, it started about 2 days ago. So, recap, my girlfriend is having burning pains in her stomach.
Okay.
That happens during the nighttime. It only happens during the night.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
I know.
Lasts for about 5 hours. Dude, I'd be pissed. You can't.
And you can't sleep.
Right.
You're miserable.
And then causes nausea, vomiting. What could this be? I don't think that's pregnancy.
No, that doesn't sound like a pregnancy. At least to me, from just the 2 days as well. But it's always good to get it checked out and grab some labs and see how things are going. It could be acid reflux. It could be IBS, Crohn's. I mean, there's just so many different things. As long as she's not having any blood in the stool, she's not having any night sweats, dark tarry stools. Especially if she's on like blood thinners, which can cause a GI bleed, right?
Okay.
So there's just so many things it can be.
Okay.
She
She
thinks it may be
was up all
gallbladder.
night last night. She thinks maybe gallbladder. You think that could be anything on
Is
it?
she on any
Great
kind
question.
of
And then
medications?
here's how we're going to answer that. Here's the most often way that I would diagnose it is, does this happen after she eats a fatty meal, like a nice fatty meal, fried meals, greasy foods?
Right.
Exactly. And if that happens, then it's pretty likely that it is your gallbladder, but we would have to look at some imaging and testing of that area to say that it is the gallbladder, because it could be the pancreas too, though.
Is that like a leaky
So,
gut?
the pancreas is right there next door to it.
Is that a leaky gut, Barbie said?
No. Leaky gut is where the gut bacteria seeps out, from that area.
How does that happen?
It can happen for a few reasons. You can have a perforation in the bowel. There's a few ways it can happen, and that's never a good thing.
What's what do you mean perforation? Like just a hole?
Sorry, yeah, it's like where there's a cut or hole in the lining of the intestine.
Oh, okay.
That's a perforation, and that can happen like with our patients with like IBS or like Crohn's disease. Those things happen. Remember that fistula we talked about before?
Which one was it?
The fistula, where there's two different things that aren't supposed to be there. There shouldn't be a tunnel between those two, and then they turn into a tunnel.
Right.
That's what a fistula is.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's why I'm very leery on those things.
No joke. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie, man. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. This is gonna get graphic. Just giving you guys a heads up.
Yeah.
So the fistula that he's talking about, Barbie remembers this conversation. She's about to remember at least. is where, for a girl, you have two outs, right? But there's two tunnels for those outs, right? And then they're pretty close together. And then all of a sudden there is a tunnel or a hole that kind of goes between those two. And so then that connects those, and those shouldn't be connected. It's almost like piping. And so next thing you know, you've got, one out and it's leaking into the other out, and you don't want that leaking into that.
Right. And that could even happen inside the bladder.
Which I didn't even know that's a thing that could happen.
It can. I mean, it's not common, thankfully, but it can happen.
This is why I hate having a
painful
vagina
and serious thing, right?
But it can happen for guys too, right?
Absolutely can happen for guys.
See,
yeah.
this isn't
Absolutely.
just a girl thing.
No, it's not. It's for everyone.
Don't try to take credit for all of that.
Yes. Men can get in trouble too. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have any other questions, Jeff, so bottom line for Jeff, what would you say for him?
Bottom line for Jeff is like, it's only been 2 days. If she's not having any fever, no chills, no night sweats, those types of things, and it goes and comes, it can wait. But I would still get it checked out, you know?
Still get it checked out?
I would,
so get it checked out, but like we're not at emergency stage right now?
It doesn't look emergency, no. You can go to your PCP or to urgent care and then have that looked at and see. Or, I mean, it could just be as easy as gas, too, though. I mean, gas hurts, like especially if you're constipated as well. We're often very constipated. I mean, it sounds kind of ironic, but you can have a blockage inside of your bowel, right?
Oh my
where
God.
where there's no stool passing, there's no gas, there's no nothing. That can be serious as far as fiber and water. Like,
that's right.
Seriously, fiber and water.
Not Mucinex. What is it? What's that one thing? Metamucil. That's
Bingo.
right.
Mucinex.
It's good for you.
My bad. That clears something else out, right?
Of course.
Okay, guys. If there's not any other questions, we're going to probably hop off the live because we're about to do our Maury Povich game. But hit us up. If you do have any questions, you can always call Ask a MedPro. 833-685-9595 is the number, and then get into the show. All right, guys? Thanks so much. We will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow morning. Nice to see you. Same to you, Zenny. Take care.
Bye.
There, guys.
Oh, sorry. I was like taking control there. Boom.